presented. So I'm going to focus my presentation on two aspects related to this session. So the first one is about the natural water retention measures, and the second one is about the reuse of treated wastewater. So these are two policies that we are encouraging at EU level. Why the first one and the second one is because they provide multi-benefits, and when you have a solution that can answer to different targets, is also you have also the possibility to share the cost, and it's a way to help to implement this solution. So as regards the natural water retention measures, what I said this morning is that we have developed a specific best practice website to encourage all municipalities to go in this direction. And so as regards a person in charge of wastewater, of course, it's very interesting to reduce the stormwater overflows. But so what is also important in this policy is that it answers to several different targets. So it contributes to improve water quality and quantity. It contributes to improve air quality. It improves also the biodiversity. It contributes to climate mitigation and to flooding prevention. And also it increases when you build green areas in the city, so it increases recreational areas. And of course, at the end of this process, it improves the quality of life to all citizens. So this is really important because I think it's easier to sell this policy when you answer to these different targets. So as regards the wastewater reuse, so we have also different benefits, and so what we can say, of course, it contributes a lot to reduce water scarcity and in fight against desertification in some areas. It contributes also to climate adaptation. Of course, it ensures water for agriculture and industrial sector, and it can also contribute to improve the surface water quality. And so this is a picture to illustrate this situation. And of course, when we have to implement, for example, the water framework directive, so it's a way also to avoid direct discharge of treated wastewater in a water body, but in the same way to as I said, to benefit to the agricultural sector. So what we did under this policies, so we started to encourage to go in this direction in 1991 under the Urban Wastewater Directive. So it was with two words because it is written in the directive that you can reuse treated wastewater whenever appropriate. So it was the beginning of encouraging this approach. And then in 2000, when we adopted the Water Framework Directive, so the objective is to protect the EU water, so the EU water bodies. And so among the measures that have to be implemented, of course, there is this possibility to use treated water reuse to avoid, as I said before, the direct discharge of water bodies, and so to contribute to this improvement. In 2012, so we adopted also a fitness check related to EU freshwater policy, and in this fitness check, water reuse was also a solution to be further promoted, and so we decided in 2012 also to try to have a new regulatory approach at EU level in order to encourage the reuse of treated wastewater. So there was in 2015, so the circular economy package, and it belongs the reuse of water, so belongs to the section 4 of this package, and we have also an annex. And so what we did last year is to start publishing guidelines to encourage to go in this direction. So it was guidelines were adopted in June 2016. They were related and linked to the Water Framework Directive. And so I have a colleague of mine that is currently working to establish minimum quality requirements for water reuse for irrigation, but also for groundwater recharge. And the objective is to have, by the end of this year, a new legislative proposal related to this issue. So we also encourage research in this sector, and we have included possibilities to have programs under the H2020 research program at EU level, and also there is also possibility to use EU funds for investment in water reuse. We have also the possibility, as a natural water retention measures, to use EU funds, because there is also a specific guidance on that that was published several years ago, and to encourage to go in this direction. And so what we have also asked is to, for our colleagues that are in charge of the best available techniques reference documents that are regularly updated, is to include more and more this approach in this document concerning different industrial activities. So our objective and our action are focused on overcoming the main barriers to the untapped potential for water reuse, wherever it is cost efficient and safe for health and the environment. So these are two important aspects. So the objective is not to reuse all the treated wastewater, but to have an efficient approach also that has will increase the economy. So we are managing a very transparent process with lots of consultation activities, and we have started this consultation in 2020, consultation with the European Council, Parliament, with water stakeholders, and also with the general public. And if you want to have more information about that, so we have a specific webpage on that, and where you have regularly updating information. So I think it's all for me. Thank you for